most incredible person that I've ever met.
I'm very glad I got to know him.
He was the neatest guy on the planet. He was so awesome.
Had a huge drive behind him.
One of the most generous, caring persons that I've ever met.
It's the embodiment of everything that we value.
I'd never met someone with that sincerity and that caring ever.
He just was a person that had the biggest heart in the world.
He was a man with a vision.
He worked harder than anyone I've ever seen work.
He was just a great human being.
I can remember this very sincere young man who had a bigger-than-life dream.
Whatever happened, he always lived in the future.
Here's a guy who was very inspirational.
It was the way that he looked people in the eye. It was the way that he dealt with people. It was something about how he felt and his conviction about what he did.
The moment he came into a room, the whole room was, wow, who is this person? So even they didn't know him. He was just there.
He made all of us believe that if he could do it, truly we could do it.
That's not maybe it's going to happen. That is going to happen. Okay, period.
Started out of the trunk of a car out of a dream as just a teenager.
You know, this Herbalife thing has really been a dream of mine and a dream come true.
Mark Hughes is the man that had the dream.
There's no reason why everybody in the building can't get to the president's team. Everybody.
Someone that made the dream come true.
I'm talking about everybody in the room. I mean all the way in the back of the room.
He had a dream to take it around the world and do something for humanity.
We are great Herbalife. So when our children are doing this business and they walk the streets of Rome and they say, what do you do? And they say Herbalife, the people will go, wow, unbelievable, okay?
Mark Hughes was the guy that had this vision and was sure about this 25 years ago.
First of all, I was 22 years old.
He was an underdog.
And I didn't have any money.
Wrong side of the tracks.
And my hair was real long.
9th grade education.
Didn't have any doctorate degrees.
Mother died of a drug overdose.
I didn't have any experience in running a company like this.
Yet, look at what he created.
Only my dream of a company called Herbalife.
You know, in the beginning, Herbalife started with one dream in mind, and that was to better people's health through proper nutrition and to get people to get their system cleansed, to get on proper nutrition, and to be able to head their lives in a proper direction.
His philosophy, his energy, his spirit, it still permeates the whole company.
Mark Hughes was one of the visionaries of this century.
I thank God that I had this opportunity in my life to meet Mark.
He was truly an extraordinary man. In a world full of darkness, he was like a shining lamp, like a beacon of light, if you will.
He was an amazing person. And if I can just be 1/10 as amazing as him, well, that'd be pretty amazing in itself.
We are the ones, we got the products, we got the leadership, we are the most unbelievable people, we're simply the best!
I can remember this very sincere young man who had a bigger-than-life dream, and it seemed like really nobody was listening to him.
You know, a lot of people say, you know, I wish I got in on the beginning. No, you don't. It was terrible in the beginning.
In my first opportunity meeting with him, everybody was walking out, and I didn't really not thought they were getting a notebook or pen or tape recorder, but I soon found myself being the only one at the Mark Hughes training class.
It was unbelievably terrible.
He had a look in his eyes that had a sparkle of hope, a sparkle of future.
See, and we had to teach ourselves how to be positive about everything, no matter what, because we didn't have anything, and all we were doing was talking about the dream and the hope and the prayer that this thing was going to work. And we talked about it like it was going to be unbelievable, okay? And at night, we were praying it was going to be unbelievable, okay?
And I actually felt for the first time, here was someone that was going to care about my future. And he was looking for someone to believe in him, and I was looking for something to believe in.
And I go to write out Jerry Svetanovich's very first royalty override check for 97 cents. $0.97. It cost me more than 97 cents to write the check out. Okay? And here I am writing this check out, and I'm thinking to myself, oh man, 97 cents. And this is my top distributor. You know? But, you know, Jerry was great about this because, you know, we taught our people how to be excited about everything, no matter what. That's a very important concept. Excited about everything, no matter what. So Jerry went around with this 97-cent check, and she said, look at this. It is unbelievable. She says, you know what? If it keeps doubling month after month after month after month after month after month after month, okay, I'm going to get rich. It's going to be unbelievable. My girl.
I'll never forget that day.
There's only one thing that I can say, really from the heart, and that's that this company started as a tiny little dream. It's built up and it's built, and it's now become a reality. And that's really something that's very, very special. And I don't know what else to say other than just thank you.
So when I started with Herbalife, my goal was, of course, I wanted to have the Ferrari, because it was a dream when I was 4 years old. I wanted to have a Ferrari. But really, what I wanted is freedom, and I wanted to survive in this world, that it's not an easy world.
I learned more about living and more about what I was doing in business through the hardest times in my life, not through the best times in my life. Because when things are difficult and when things are not good, your true character in life, how much of a man or a woman you're going to be, is that's when it really shows. That's when it shines.
People think that Mark Hughes was the guy that was, for him everything was perfect and everything was nice. But I saw the other side of Mark Hughes. Explained me, you have to do the right thing. And the other side is when I got divorced. You know, he passed with me through all this process. And he was calling me like every day, how are you, how are the things going, and blah, blah, blah. And the multimillionaire that has millions of distributors and this company, you know, calling me was one of the best experience of, if you are a friend of someone, doesn't matter where you are, just keep talking, keep helping.
Listen, all of our families need someone that they can look up to. And let me tell you, not just our families, it starts family by family, town by town. But let me tell you what we're doing in Herbalife. We're teaching the world how they ought to be able to live. Everybody needs some guidance in this world today. My goodness, if you look at the circumstances in the world today, with the fighting that's going on, with the people that don't love each other, with the people that can't get along with things, where else can we have a room in the world today where there's so many different languages and so many different personalities and so many different religious situations where everybody can come together at one single time with one common bond to help people with better nutrition and to help people better their lives. We got to be the most outstanding leadership that's running this world. Really, this is what it's about.
At the first supervisor workshop that I went to, Mark, I remember him saying, we're going to change the nutritional habits of the world one person at a time. I thought he was either crazy or he had the biggest vision of anyone I had ever met, and it turns out it was the latter.